All right, friend. Sit tight. I'm about to tell you about the time that I moved to New York while I do my hair, of course. We're doing a wash and go, and these are my two products. Okay, it all started with a summer internship. This was the summer before my graduating semester of college. So this internship was like 100 out of 10. Highly recommend. It was an amazing program. It was paid. I stayed the summer in a lit hotel with the other like 20 something interns, and I got to explore the city, and I also got a chance to see like what corporate world was really about, and like I had my own projects to work on. So like the program was 10 out of 10. As a kid, I had always said I wanted to live in New York, so this summer program was really the prerequisite of like me moving there. So after the internship ended, homecoming week of my graduating semester, the company invited me to come and interview for a full-time position. That would mean me relocating from Georgia to New York after graduation. I got the job, and let me just tell you, moving to New York in December is wild. Like, it was snowing as we were moving into my apartment in the middle of December. So my family helped me move. They stayed with me through Christmas. We spent Christmas 2013 in New York in my new little 1-bedroom apartment. So 2 weeks after graduation, I have my own place in New York. I have my new corporate job, and I'm in a new state with no friends and no family. Things get interesting. I'm an extrovert, so by the summertime, I was getting a second job at the mall just so that I can be around people like after work and on the weekends, because your girl was lonely. And that really did help my social life. Like, I began to meet people at the mall and learn about like different things that were going on in the area that I could do. So after winter was over, the first year was cool. The second year was cool too, but that is when the homesickness really started to kick in. It really got to the point where like missing birthdays and events and the small celebrations heightened my like homesickness. But I can say that adjusting to a different way of living was a really good experience. I did not have a bad time at all. But it's just like the way you shop, you know, the church you go to, dating, the nightlife, like everything about New York was night and day to what I had known before moving there. With all that homesickness, I was able to really come into myself and figure things out for myself and experience some of the best moments like of my life. There's nothing like experiencing Manhattan on a nice sunny day with kind of like no plans, just browsing through to see what you run into. The best day of your life. randomly too, and I had several random Manhattan days that I will never forget. I went to the beach. Going to the beach in New York. It's very much so different than in the South, babes. Their beaches are not free. That's crazy. You gotta pay. You gotta pay to go to the beach. Wild behavior. Even grocery shopping, like, even going to the grocery store was a task. I mean, it's always a task, but it's a different type of task that I was used to. But I will say, like, I found some cool things that I like to do, that I discovered I like to do. Like, I'm an arts and craft person, so I joined like a arts and crafts meetup. I even joined like a young professionals networking group and penguin plunged. Yeah, I penguin plunged. It was so out of the ordinary, but also so fun and memorable. Now, the summertime in Brooklyn was a vibe. Like, the day parties, the festivals, the rooftop kickbacks. Oh my God. And the beer gardens. I had a time, but I was still homesick. So I ended up moving back to Georgia, the first opportunity I got, because of my homesickness. But sometimes I wish I would have stayed just to see how like New York worked out for me. It was great while I was there. New York was great to me. So great to me. And I miss it sometimes. And I also sometimes think like, where would I be today if I had stayed? But I will say this. New York taught me to do it scared. Do it scared and enjoy it. If you're not scared, you shouldn't be doing it. Do it scared. I learned a lot about myself. I gained a sense of pride in myself during that era of time. And if you can't do it scared, do it for the plot. Do it for the plot. Okay. The wash and go is molded. We just need to let them dry. And remember to do it for the plot.